K-Flock had a name in the streets way before he started taking over the drill wave. And today we're breaking down the brutal and violent story behind how he took over the Bronx and brought down the whole drill scene. K-Flock grew up in one of the craziest hoods in the Bronx called Sevside. When he was a kid, Flock's mom tried to keep him away from all the violence going down in their neighborhood. She put Flock into sports, and back in the day he was boxing and also got into fashion. Flock's mom actually thought Flock would start his own brand of clothes.
We do clothing designs and stuff like that.
Okay.
I had him in boxing because that's what we do. Things like that, but nothing of music.
He was never talking about being a rapper, but that all changed when his homie started hopping in the booth. Flock's mom did what she could to keep him out of the trenches, but she still couldn't stop him from getting active in the streets, and K-Flock started hustling when he was around 10 years old. Flock wanted to be a professional athlete back in the day, but his homies B-Love and PNVJ are the ones who convinced Flock to start rapping. B-Love came up in the Cortland Projects, which is OG's territory. He spent a lot of time around Sevside though, and that was back before the OGs in Sevside sparked a deadly beef. B-Love is a couple years older than Flock, and he dropped his first tracks all the way back in 2015. The music wasn't popping back then though, so B-Love went back to the streets and allegedly got booked for a gun charge in 2018. K-Flock was getting active too, and he caught a robbery charge that same year, while his homie PNVJ was starting to get some buzz on his name. Jay was one of the first Bronx drill rappers who started popping off while dissing the ops, like on the track OMBK when he took shots at the woos and rapped, "Hop out the car and I spray. If I catch me a woo, he get shot in his face. And you niggas is mad, boy. Keep my name out your mouth and go chase you a bag, boy. My niggas make movements." He said he was wooing, so I had to boom him. After B-Love came home, he decided to start rapping again and popped off with the track No Hook. B-Love and PNVJ were making waves in the drill scene, but K-Flock was still running the streets and wasn't thinking about being a rapper. But even though Flock wasn't making music, he was still making fans. Flock was always going live on IG while he was sliding in op hoods.
I make it known when I'm on his side. Came from over there, boys down, look, boys still down there. Boys still down there.
And he started to get thousands of followers just for crashing out. Around the same time, Flock also fell out with PNVJ.
What is your reason why you don't like me? Why, bro? You used to stay with me. I used to take care of you, all that. Tell me why you don't like me, bro.
He's a big yo.
And rumors said that Flock's homie Dougie B snatched his chain. Dougie B was rapping too, but he still had both feet in the trenches. After PNVJ and Flock started beefing, Dougie B and one of his homies allegedly went back to Jay's crib. Jay's mom answered the door, and Dougie B asked if Jay was home. Jay's mom thought they were his friends, so she let them inside. And that's when Dougie and his homie allegedly rushed PNVJ and snatched his chain. Everybody had been cool just a couple weeks before, but then Dougie B made the beef official when he went live on IG and showed off PNVJ's chain.
See the chain, I see the face.
Dougie B ended up getting booked right after the chain snatching went down, but it's not clear if that's what he got charged with. K-Flock and PNVJ went live together on IG, and Jay said that Dougie stole $100 out of his mom's crib and got hands put on him.
You's a whole goofy, KK, bro. I know you in real life, bro.
You my little man.
You used to be my little, you used to be my man, nigga.
You was my little man. I used to
Bro, I ain't even gonna put nothing in front of nothing, bro. Niggas is the same age. Look, nigga, you was my man, nigga. I took care of you, bro.
Jay just wanted to know why Flock wasn't cool with him anymore, cause K used to kick it at Jay's crib, and Jay's mom even cooked for him.
I took care of you, bro. Word of my mother, nigga. You stood in my crib, used to cut school in my house. I used to give you food. My mom done cooked for you and all that.
PNVJ had been trying to make it in the rap game for years before K-Flock and Dougie B ever hopped in the booth, and he said they just started dissing him for clout. Like on the track No More Free Dougie B, when Dougie raps, "Take that shit off his neck if he PNV. Shooter get shot when y'all niggas is seeing me. Gang do damage. Tell him don't panic. You could get shot just for free." Nobody really knows why Flock fell out with PNVJ, but it turned out to be a good move for Flock because Jay fell off in the rap game completely and ended up catching some crazy charges. Around the same time Dougie B got booked after the chain snatching, K-Flock allegedly got caught with a gun and was locked up for a little while. B-Love was holding it down in the booth though, and when K-Flock came home, B-Love finally convinced him to give rapping a shot. K-Flock had ops all over the Bronx, and he started airing all of them out when he dropped his first track, FTO. Sevside had just started beefing with the OYs and the OGs, and on FTO, Flock did Shy EK and raps. EK just hopped out the OJ, hit him if he bunny hopped. Gang gon' spin him through both ways. Bitch, we blitzing niggas blocks. Gang on his heels trying to beat him. They didn't know that he was shot. Sevside, the OYs, and the OGs were all cool, but K-Flock started beefing with them after an OY rapper named Baby smoked with some of K-Flock's ops at a party. A lot of people wanted to let it slide, but K-Flock wasn't feeling that, so he sparked the beef that led to him killing a dude in broad daylight. K-Flock and Baby started dissing each other back and forth on tracks and social media, but the beef wasn't just happening on the internet, and bodies were about to start dropping on both sides. Around the same time K-Flock dropped his first track, B Love's homie B Diddy was shot to death at a birthday party. The cops didn't think that B Diddy was a target because he was a basketball player who was going to college. But rumors say that B Diddy was active too, and the cops knew exactly who they were taking out. After B Diddy was killed, B Love shouted him out on the track If You Know You Know and raps, "Bitch, it's OGs or no G's. Hop out and I got like Ginobili. Rest in peace Diddy, he clutched like he Kobe." K-Flock and Sevside were beefing with the OGs, but B Love was still rocking with K-Flock even though he repped the OGs. K-Flock was dissing the OGs like crazy though, which was wild cause Shy K had just hopped on the track with Dougie B and raps, "Shout out to Ray, Wham Billy, what's cracking? Call up K-Flock when it's time for the drill. Since I lost B Diddy, I just wanna kill." K-Flock put all the beef on wax and started running up crazy numbers. He was getting cosigns from huge rappers like Lil TJ, and when Dougie B got out of jail, they took it to another level. Dougie B had been locked up when B Love and K-Flock were starting to pop off, but when he came home, they all linked up for the track Brotherly Love and ran up millions of views on YouTube. B Love even got a deal with Columbia Records, and it looked like K-Flock, Dougie B, and him were about to take over the whole game. But while they were running up crazy numbers, bodies were still dropping in the streets. K-Flock lost his homies J-Rip and Nazi back to back, and Nazi was a huge loss for Sevside. According to a lot of sources, Nazi was one of the biggest shooters in the crew and allegedly shot a YG's member when he was just 13 years old. Nazi had all kinds of violence on his rap sheet and even sliced someone with a machete. But you can't move like that forever without getting touched. And in 2021, a YG's member named Blitz caught Nazi lacking and shot him to death. The ops also shot an older dude from Sevside named Vance Brockington, and K-Flock wanted to get back for him. K-Flock allegedly shot an op in the face to get back for Vance. Then Vance turned around and flipped on K-Flock in court. Vance had caught a drug case for selling crack to an undercover cop, and instead of taking the charge, he snitched on K-Flock and told the cops about the shooting. And when Flock went to trial, the feds said he self-snitched about sliding for Vance when he dropped the track Who Really Buggin' and raps, "Hold on, bunny hop, get to chasing. He tried to run, matter of fact, get to blitzing. Look, bitch, I ball like the Pistons. 33 on me when I feel like I'm Pippin. If he G's, he get put in the coffin. Hole in his face, that boy look like a dolphin. Spin the 8th, know I'm causing extortion." K-Flock also allegedly slid on the ops in 2020 and shot someone. And 1 month after Nazi got shot and killed by the YGs, Flock, his homie BJ Balla, and another dude from Sevside slid into YG's territory and shot up their block. Flock got booked a month later for a gun, but the cops let him go. Back then, nobody knew why they let him walk so easily. But rumors said the feds got involved because they were building their own case and didn't want the city cops to be in the mix. There were rumors that Sevside also took out Rod G's to get back for J-Rip. J-Rip had allegedly been killed by a YG's affiliate named Squeeze, and Rod G's was dissing J-Rip right after he died. Rod G's and K-Flock had already been beefing and taking shots at each other in the booth, like on the track What Y'all Wanna Do, when Flock raps, "Rah rah, he saw me, he ain't let it clap. Ask him how much I threw back." Then Rod G's clapped back on Real Facts and raps, "Ayo KK, now let's talk the facts. Anytime that they threw, I threw back." And DOAK, catch a flocker, he flocks. And Lil KK, that boy know my bop. Why is you lying? You know I threw shots. Had y'all niggas stuck in all y'all tops. Rod G's and Flock also dissed each other on IG Live. And when Rod G's got killed right after J-Rip, Dougie B dissed him on the track Shake It and raps, "Talk on Nazi and Barry, you must wanna die. Talk on J-Rip and Dix, but what happened to? We don't mention that boy who got turned into Zod." And on the track PSA, Flock dissed him too and raps, "Tap your head, nigga Rod got clapped, now he in the Marley, nigga dead, and I'm tough by myself, no I don't need an army." There's no evidence that Sevside was actually involved with the Rod G's hit though, and the cops never linked K-Flock to it. But then a month after Flock got released on the gun charge, he kills an OY member named Waka in broad daylight. On the day K-Flock killed Waka, he went live on IG showing his location and letting the ops know he was strapped up. Flock was walking down the block with a female drill rapper named Shawnee Bonnie when they passed by a barbershop. Waka spotted K-Flock walking by and stepped out to confront him, and that's when K-Flock upped his gun and left Waka dead in the street. The situation got caught on surveillance cameras, and one of the craziest things about it was that K-Flock killed Waka while he was dripped out in the Miri jeans, a Montclair coat, and unreleased Jordans. Walking around in designer looking for ops is crazy, but on the track Is You Ready, K-Flock raps, "Hop out gang, I bought him and his bitch. Fuck it, I'm in fashion. I bet I'll still up it. He the fastest, don't know where I'm running. Fuck it, back out, put the beat on in public." It wasn't gonna take long for the cops to figure out who the shooter was, so K-Flock turned himself in instead of trying to do the race. When Flock got booked for murder, it was looking bad for him. But K-Flock hopped on social media and told his fans he was coming home soon. Flock hired a big-time lawyer who defended El Chapo. It was looking like K-Flock could walk on the case because Waka was the one who pressed him first. But what nobody knew back then was that the feds were already working on a new case to take Flock down. Just when it looked like K-Flock was gonna beat the murder and come home, the feds hit him and some homies in Sevside and Third Side with a RICO case. Beating the murder's already tough, but RICOs are way more serious, and the feds said they wanted to give Flock the death penalty. Getting a conviction in a death penalty case is way harder though, cause most juries don't want to send a dude to his death. So the feds changed their minds and decided they'd give K-Flock a life sentence if he got convicted. Everyone else in the case took plea deals instead of fighting it in court, but K-Flock took it to trial. It took a long time for the trial to actually start, but in March 2025, K-Flock finally went to court. K-Flock was facing a mandatory life sentence if he got convicted on the murder charge, but he was also fighting the RICO charges in the same case. The feds really wanted to prove that Flock was sliding on the ops, putting out hits, and running the crew. They brought in Vance Brockington to testify that K-Flock was the one who sparked the beef with the OYs and OGs, and they even got one of K-Flock's ops to testify against him. Blizz is the YG's member who killed Flock's homie Nazi. He pleaded guilty to the hit and was sentenced to 18 years, but he wanted to get some time taken off his sentence, so he ratted on K-Flock. Shawnee Bonnie was with K-Flock when he killed Waka, and she took the stand and told the court that Waka came out of the barbershop and was threatening him. She was trying to help K-Flock's case, but now she's facing prison time too because she got caught lying on the stand. It's not clear what the feds think Shawnee Bonnie lied about, but it definitely wasn't a good look for K-Flock's defense when one of their main witnesses got arrested for lying in court. K-Flock still scored a huge win though because he beat the murder charge. The jury decided that it was self-defense when Flock got killed, and that meant he wouldn't automatically get a life sentence. Flock beat the murder, but he still got convicted on the RICO charge, violent crimes, and a gun charge. After the conviction, he was still celebrating on IG though and said he made the judge cry because he didn't have to give Flock a life sentence. K-Flock also said, "Death to all the rats," which was a crazy move because he hadn't even been sentenced yet and was already taking shots at people. And according to some rumors, K-Flock is facing more charges after he allegedly crashed out in prison and stabbed somebody behind bars. There's no proof that it actually went down, but K-Flock might be sparking up more beef with one of the biggest rappers in the world. Young Thug came home after his RICO case and had a lot of hype. Then a bunch of his jail calls started leaking where he was dissing his own homies. Thug said he was sorry to everyone he dissed, but then the situation got even worse for him when a video of him talking to the cops for 2 hours came out. A lot of people were dragging Young Thug for it online, and K-Flock dissed him while he was on a live stream with a dude named Convy.
No, that's what I'm gonna start. Y'all niggas is irrelevant. Now, real shit though, these niggas is irrelevant. You're not lying.
Y'all niggas irrelevant on the road. Y'all niggas irrelevant. Niggas out there doing goofy shit. Y'all niggas look up to Young Thug.
Flock called Thug irrelevant and said anyone who rocks with him was a goofy. Starting more beef while you're waiting for sentencing as well. But the situation did get people talking about K-Flock again. Flock has been losing homies while he's been locked up too. A couple of months after K-Flock got booked, his homie C-High Watts got shot and killed in Brooklyn. Flock and C-High Watts had music together, and it looked like C-High was gonna be the next one up. But then he got brutally killed, and rumors say that K-Flock's homie B-Love was involved with the situation. A couple of years after C-High got killed, an OG's affiliate named PJ Glizzy got booked for the hit. There were rumors flying that C-High got set up by someone he knew, and some people think B-Love knew that C-High was gonna get killed and let it happen. Flock hasn't spoken on the situation yet, but there's still a chance he might fall out with one of his oldest homies if B-Love was really involved. And And even if K-Flock makes it home, he's gonna have to really be on the grind to get his numbers back up, cause the drill wave started dying right after he killed Waka. Flock getting locked up didn't just stop his career. Bronx drill was popping like crazy at the time, but K-Flock getting locked up changed everything. Flock was the only one who really touched the mainstream and linked up with huge rappers like Cardi B, and Bobby Shmurda called him the godfather of New York drill. K-Flock was running up crazy numbers by sending shots at the ops, but that meant he was giving his ops clout too. Drill fans were listening to K-Flock's ops because they were dissing him right back, so K-Flock was making everyone pop off, even if they were dudes that he wanted to kill. Dougie B and B Love got the most shine off of K-Flock's success, but both of them still fell off like crazy after Flock got booked. Dougie B had drug problems and was blowing all the money he made in the rap game. And after Flock went to jail, Dougie wasn't dropping as much music, but in 2023, he ran up some decent numbers when DOA started beefing with the Sweepers. The Sweepers sparked the beef by dissing K-Flock, Dougie B, and a bunch of dead DOA members. So Dougie clapped back and popped off with the track OA. Dougie B didn't keep the momentum up though, and after that, he fell off so hard that he started robbing his own fans for money. And now, he's facing 25 years for 2 other robbery cases. B Love fell off hard too, and nobody even knows if he's still cool with K-Flock. There's also rumors that he knew about Flock's homie C-High Watts getting killed, and B Love is tight with some of Flock's ops like Shy E.K. Shy E.K. and K-Flock have been sending shots back and forth ever since Flock sparked the beef with the OYs and OGs. And Shy E.K. even dissed Flock's dead homies on tracks like Get Back when he rapped, "When you see me, better up the knocks. Smoking J Rip, we don't fuck with the flocks. Like, word to my mother, you shot." And the last time B Love touched 1 million views was when he linked up with Shy E.K. on the track Backdoored Who. B Love is one of the only dudes in the city who was able to sit on the fence, which is crazy cause Shy E.K. also dissed B Love's homie Dougie B when he dropped the track Don't Forget and rapped, "Don't run, I ain't let him trip. Hop out the V and niggas up the blitz. DOAK, all that shit to my dick. Dougie B, he got shot in the leg. What the fuck? Free King, cause I know he gon' up." Shy E.K. and a lot of K-Flock's other ops were running big numbers up in 2020 and 2021, but then K-Flock got booked and the whole scene fell off. D-Thang was one of Flock's biggest ops, and he fell off too when he got locked up for a couple of years. He came home and tried to get his music popping again, but then he caught another gun case in Florida and might get locked up for 15 years this time. The Drillies were getting a lot of shine for beefing with K-Flock and the rest of DOA. And Spaz really got locked up for allegedly killing a DOA member named James Rivera. There were a lot of rappers in the crew, but all of them started falling off and getting locked up right after K-Flock caught his case. A lot of the Bronx drill rappers probably would have ended up dead or in jail no matter what happened to K-Flock, but when he got locked up, it took the momentum out of the whole scene. K-Flock definitely wasn't the first drill rapper in the Bronx, but he put it on the map in the mainstream and ended up taking the whole scene down with him.